Brian Giroux is president at the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce, and he is on that live line. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I am doing well. It shouldn't come as a surprise, but it does to me. I'm from an ag state. This is an ag state. Of course, we have urban areas, but there are people in this area who've never been to an actual, moving, living, breathing farm. They've never been to one.
We have to change that.
I know.
They're missing out.
They are.
This ag tour that we're doing here in a few weeks, this is a great opportunity to really kind of get your toes wet and learn a little bit more about the ag industry in southeast Missouri.
Good stuff. I wouldn't mind meeting a cute farmer myself, to be honest with you. I grew up around people who that was tongue in cheek, just so you know. But I grew up around. My Uncle Steve, I used to cry when I had to go to his farm because it smelled like cow poop. I was like 6 years old. I'd cry my face off till I got there and I got to play in the pond and chase the ducks. And, well, we played in the grain bins, which probably wasn't very smart. But I'm just saying, it was fun when we were kids.
Yeah, and this tour will be fun, too. There's so much more. And, like, when you went there, you thought it was just going to be a couple things. There are so many moving parts and so many amazing things that take day-to-day on all of these farms and these ag-related industries. It's amazing, and it'll boggle your mind.
Yeah, and that's where steak lives, and steak is so good. So, some
good.
of the ranchers and cattlemen associations, stuff like that. So where all are you going, Brian?
So this year, this is our 45th annual ag tour.
Dang.
So it started the year that you were born.
Yeah,
so,
right. Yeah. Sorry, Keith, continue.
That's all right. So 45 years, and so this year we're doing a little bit regional. We're looking at some manufacturers. We're going to some implement places. We're going to a couple ranches. We're having lunch by cattlemen's, like you talked about earlier. We're going to have a nice steak sandwich for everybody.
Stop.
So we're going to be up and down 55 looking at all these ag-related businesses. So what's also cool about this is it's free. It costs no money. And so you can learn all about the ag industry in southeast Missouri, have a free lunch, ride on some air-conditioned buses, meet some great ag-related leaders, and just go away from that event learning a little bit, knowing a little bit more about ag, because it's for the state of Missouri. It's $1 billion industry. So the more we know, the better off we're going to be.
And I think anybody, and this goes for anybody who sells insurance, who is going to be on any sort of committee that has to do with the counties or a city council or any sort of board that has to do with decisions that might affect easements or anything that has to do with our farmers and ranchers should have to take a tour like this.
Well, the connections that you make are amazing, and just the knowledge that you learn, because it's more than just crops and cows, right? It's workforce, it's agriculture, it's everything. Missouri sometimes feeds the world, and that's really important to know and to remember. And as you meet these leaders in ag, the picture, it gets brighter and brighter, and you understand just a little bit more. And you spend all day and with them, and it's just absolutely amazing what they do to keep our state running.
Yeah, people need to think about how much tech is playing into this now, too.
Tech is a major component in ag, whether that's in implements or drones or the software that they figure out for crops and the time to do crops. It's everywhere. Tech is a major component of ag, and you wouldn't think that those two would go hand in hand, but they absolutely do. And when you're also dealing with some of these industries that are implements, the computer and tech is massive to the growth of that industry.
And I used to have to ride around with my Uncle Ralph and count the cows after a storm or a flood or whatever the case. I felt like a sheep herder, but it was cows. They don't have to do that anymore. They stick a drone in the air and they go look at their cattle. That's so much
Yeah, they can.
better.
They can stick a drone. You know, the tagging. You can tag them a little bit so you can see where they're at, where they're grazing, what they're doing. And so it's absolutely amazing. And the more that we can streamline that process, the more effective ag is going to be. Which hopefully input increases and prices lower, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I always told my Uncle Ralph, I know where your cows are if it's hot. They're all standing together in the southwest corner like a bunch of dummies. So that's what
trying to keep cool, finding that water and shade. So
collecting
that's
flies.
important.
Yeah.
So
but
we'll see some instances like that here on July 2nd. So we're really excited.
okay, so how do people sign up? How much room is there? Does it cost anything? What are you doing?
So it is free.
Okay.
One of the things you have to do is you have to a couple ways to register. You can give us a call here at the Chamber at 243-8131, or you can email us, and this is one word. It's assistant@jacksonmochamber.org. Again, that's assistant@jacksonmochamber.org, and that number again, 243-8131. It is free. It is limited to about 100 to 120. We sell out every year. Deadline for RSVP is June 25th, so we still got about 2 weeks. So make sure you get your name in there, and we want to make sure we have enough seat and enough food and lunch for everybody as well by the cattlemen. So make sure you get your name in there, and we will start at 9 o'clock at the NU Extension Center. There'll be coffee and donuts provided for everybody, and then we will get on the road for an exciting day of ag education.
This would be so much fun. I mean, it's free. You just got to reserve your seat. He didn't say it's gonna. He didn't mean sell out. He meant it's gonna fill up. So everybody,
fill up.
Everybody jumps on words. It drives me crazy. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's June 25th. What day of the week is that?
Well, that's the RSVP date. It's July 2nd is the date. The RSVP deadline is June 25th. So
Gotcha.
It's a couple days before the 4th. Kick off your 4th of July week with ag education.
Yeah. Seriously, do this. You're going to be shocked at what you don't know, because a lot of people think they know stuff, and then they get there like, hey, I don't know stuff. So, get there and do it, and stop having things on days when I can't go, Brian.
I'm sorry. We will have to, especially since it's celebrating your birthday, we'll have to rearrange that better next year.
Yeah. He's so full of cow poo. I can smell him from here. But you know what? If you snuck me a steak sandwich, that wouldn't hurt my feelings.
I'll see what I can do. I know people.
Yeah, I know people too who will find you if you don't bring me a steak sandwich.
I'm on it.
Everybody get on the ag tour. People see these things and they think, there's not much to see. A couple chickens, maybe a mini horse. If there's even one goat on this farm tour, I'm telling you, it's worth it. You got to go see the goats.
Absolutely, and I hope to see everybody we will fill up. So get your ticket today.
Get your seat. Get yourself going to the ag tour with the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce. Brian, always fun to talk to you, man.
Vaughn, I appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks for having us on.
You too. Bye-bye.